had to like help co-write with Justin Bieber. But I feel like when I first started writing, I was like, oh, I'm always gonna write every single thing that I do myself, and like that's where like everything, like I take pride in my writing, and so I'm never gonna let, because I would see the same thing. I would see like Justin Bieber, and then 12 other fucking people. Can I swear on this?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
it
dude,
is
say
it
whatever you
okay?
want. It's open, yes.
All right. Shit. Okay. Shit. Okay. So um yeah, I would see like this whole list of credits underneath like Justin Bieber's songs or whoever's huge songs, or Drake. Drake has like 20 writers sometimes. But um the thing is like writing could be just like, oh, you just like say like a word and then they use that word and you said it, then you get to be on the credits. So it's like it could be that incremental. Production too. If I was like, yo, throw a snap right there, and they put the snap in, they'd have to like technically put me down as a producer. I mean, like I probably, unless it was like a huge record, like I probably wouldn't be like, yo, put me on the production credits for a snap, or like, it's like you kind of want to take pride in it. But um no, so it's like I was always on that same side of like, these people don't even write their own music and they just have other people write it for them and stuff. But also, and then I've come to notice this by working with other people, is that the more people that are part of the project, if you're like writing with like four other people in the room and stuff, the writing becomes like so much better, because it's four people it has to go through to like pass the like, you like this. And if four people in a room like the certain lyric, it's gonna be pretty good. Like, if it like goes through like four shit tests, like just like through people's ears, and then if one of them is like, nah, let's not do it, like I don't like that, then you go into like, you try to do another line. But so imagine that with like 20 people, you know and then also you see these hits, and they're hits for a reason. So it's like, I feel like it's not necessary, but the collaborative effort like definitely can like pack a punch and like make a song worthy of like a billion streams type shit.
Well, I feel like a lot of time too, like with these like young people who, um, they display a lot of talent. Let's talk about like Olivia Rodrigo or the kid who dropped. Honestly, I can't even think of the song. Just you have a beautiful voice, right? And you have the ability to, um, like blow up on TikTok, things like that. That's like something like I feel like, what is it called? Like agencies and what is it called when you sign labels. That's something that they salivate over, because if you can get one of those people under a contract, you basically own them. And it's like a lot of these labels I've heard that have like all these like hit songs that their teams have wrote, and they're just waiting for the right person to give it to. Like, I mean, like just an example, this isn't really a label doing it, but like Ed Sheeran talks about Love Yourself by Justin Bieber and how he actually wrote it for Rihanna, and at first he was like, fuck yourself, that's how he wrote it. But then he got with Justin Bieber and he's like, oh no, this is for you. And then he changed it to Love Yourself. And you look at it, it's like, I couldn't imagine that song sung by anybody else besides Justin Bieber. Or like one of his last songs on his album, Ghost, was written by John Bellion. And you can even hear it in it, that it's, if you listen to John Bellion, you can even hear that it's a John Bellion type song. And you're like, you hear these songs, but you're like, but I don't want anybody else singing the song besides them. So I feel like a lot of the time, these labels and these people write these songs and like, it doesn't fit with me, but it might fit with somebody else. But you're right, it has been wrote like by 20 people, 40 people, teams who create these massive hits.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's crazy. I didn't know that. That about the love yourself and fuck yourself.
Yeah, I can't remember where I saw it. I think it was like on some quick video on TikTok or Instagram, but he was like talking about, because Ed Sheeran, people don't really know this, but Ed Sheeran writes a lot of the hits you hear. Like, I think he writes for Taylor Swift. He writes for a lot of people. Ed Sheeran's got a lot of talent, and he also plays a lot of instruments. It's crazy because I feel like we attribute that. I think what happened with Drake too, when they figured out that Drake didn't write his own songs,